Sure. Thank you for having me. I think this is such an amazing a cause and educational what do you call it? Like educational thing that you guys are doing, because it's helping so many dogs, and I think it's just something we don't generally tend to think about unless it's brought to the forefront of our minds as to how to consider pain, behavior, how as our dogs age, things change for them, and how can we better help them live. So thank you so much for having me. And I also, just before I talk a little bit about myself, I see loads of friendly people saying hello in the chat, so I say hello back. Recognize so many names. So I'm a behavior consultant. I started working with dogs about 17 years ago, and it was a little bit random in terms of, we've got a German Shepherd, he bit some people, got me interested in training. I was already volunteering at a vet's at the weekends, and I originally wanted to be a vet, so I had that interest, and taking him to training classes, working with him, helping him at the vets. He used to try and bite everyone, so had to try and teach him to be calm while we're doing a blood draw, or teach him to wear a muzzle. So those kinds of things got me interested. And then the vet record, there was an advert for a dog psychology course, and I was only like 15, 16. I think I was like 16, and I thought, oh, dog psychology course, £90 or something. And so I went home and asked my parents for a check, and they sent a check off, and they sent me this folder. And I've actually got the folder up here on my bookshelf. And I just went through the folder, filled in like 5 little case studies for a few sentences each. And they sent me a certificate in dog psychology. And I was then able to, the vets, I'd always be talking about behavior and training at the vets because I was getting into it. And so they were like, oh, you've got your certificate in dog psychology now. Why don't you run puppy parties or help some of our clients? So on Saturday mornings before we open practice, I used to use the practice to run puppy parties and see clients and things like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it kind of just started off like in that way. And then I've gone into kind of working with different species, everything from sort of beluga whales, dogs, dolphins, zoo animals. And then my passion is just to use behavior science, ethical, practical behavior science to improve the lives of the animals we care for, because our animals really don't have a choice to live with us. And we choose what they eat, we choose if they get vet care, we choose if they have sex, if they play, we choose everything about their lives. And so I think trying to find ways to give control back, improve their lives, kind of go, what can I do for you, is what I'm passionate about.